Hey all, I wanted to give a little video for my Warfighter brothers and sisters out there. It's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to be honest with ourselves. We are a different breed, and that's okay. We've been asked to do things over the course of our careers that most people wouldn't have the stomach for. Most of them can't even comprehend the very thought of it, and that's okay. We are able to achieve amazing things in record times, and yet society forces us into a victim mentality. Now I know what you're thinking. Mike, I'm not anybody's victim. You should be, right? But you're very wrong. Just look at the way we're treated. Look at the way we are thought about. Things like post-traumatic stress are portrayed every single day in both the media and in print, in Hollywood movies, whatever, as, crazy veterans, watch out, every vet's coming back crazy and they're just ready to kill. Folks, that's just not true, and it's not fair. And it's very easy to point fingers at, society, at the Department of Defense, maybe the VA, for putting us in this position. And you'd be partly right with all that. But guess what? We have to point the finger at ourselves, too. We allow them to look at us this way. We all know that post-traumatic stress is not the end of your life. It's a struggle. It is a daily struggle. I carry it every single day. But it does not mean I'm crazy or, going to go postal or something like that. It just doesn't exist. War is hell. War is ugly. It changes you down to your very soul. You cannot go into a combat zone and come home the same person you were. And that's not a bad thing. These changes are going to happen. We carry the scars every day, both physically and mentally. And they affect every portion of our life, not just the way we feel. It changes the way we look at things, the way we react to things. Some of these changes can be positive, can be very positive and very beneficial. But society wants to put us all in boxes. And not just one box, not just, hey, you're all crazy veteran box. No, that's not enough for them. They want us divided. They want us all in our own little individual crazy boxes. Because, look at this. There's over 23 million veterans living in this country today. 23 million. If we were ever to unite and speak our minds with one voice, one body, we'd change the world. So we're a very powerful voice, and yet we allow society to denigrate us, to put us down, to make people afraid of us. And beyond that, we do it to ourselves. We all joke around, oh, Navy this, Army that, Marines this, Air Force that. We all know the jokes, and it's fun. But some folks take it too far. We all take it to heart a little bit. There's all this infighting between active duty, guard, reserve, whatever. We don't respect each other like we should. In society, that's exactly what they want. Keep us separate. Take a look at what a group of veterans can do. Look at D-Day. The plan was insane. Absolutely, it should never have worked. Bunch of guys charging out of boats through water, running up a beach against heavily fortified and entrenched enemy. It's crazy talk. But the Warfighters did it. Against all odds, against fear, in the face of certain death. Not only did they do it, but they won. They conquered. That's what we do. Brothers and sisters, we have 22 veterans a day committing suicide. We hear it all the time, and that's great. Awareness is awesome. We got to keep it in the public space. We got to keep it in our face. But when are we going to step up and actually do something about it? The military is great for doing combat lifesaver courses and things like that. Save your buddy in a combat situation. Well, folks, just because we're not in combat anymore doesn't mean you shouldn't save your buddy. Now, Don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming any of us individually or anything like that. These folks made a choice, usually in an altered state of mind, and unfortunately they can't take that back. But folks, let's pick our buddies up. Let's carry them. You know the signs, we all do. You know how your buddy should be acting, how they should be saying, and you know yourself. If you feel yourself hitting that wall, go talk to someone. Get that help. There is no shame in that. There's a shame that we're losing that many warfighters every single day, and nothing's changing it. We can't sit back and let the politicians do it for us. We can't sit back and expect civilians to change it for us. It's not going to happen. Politicians, we're a means to an end. Civilians, a lot of them don't understand us. Now, don't get me wrong. There are millions of amazing civilians out there that do amazing things for veterans. Their hearts are in the right place. But it's up to us. If we want something done, we got to do it ourselves. Pick your buddy up. Let's put an end to this. Let's unite. You see all this infighting between different organizations, I'm not even going to name examples, but, the veterans-ran organizations or veteran-ran businesses bad-mouthing each other, fighting back and forth over the same thing. Folks, if we spend all day pissing on each other's boots, the only thing it ends up is we all end up with wet, stinky boots. Let's work together. Unite as one. One body, one fight, one voice. Folks, I'm just a nobody. I'm just venting here a little bit. But step up and do something. Check out the Warfighter Rights Movement. Nationwide organization gathering up veterans to fight against the stigma of post-traumatic stress. It's a start. At least we're getting organized. At least we're moving and working together. We can achieve anything. We are the biggest collection of the most badass people on the face of the earth. We come from a long bloodline, that warrior bloodline. You don't got to change. Let's not assimilate to a society. We don't need to be normal. We need to be us. We need to be warfighters. We can be very productive members of society, but we don't have to be the victim. We're not the victim. We are the conquerors, not the conquered. Let's live up to it.